Hello? Oh, hi, darling.
Half a world away, another day. So let's go play on the moon. It's a starry place. We embrace the space while we're miles away on the moon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On the Other Line. I am your host, Kelly Keegs. We're a little late this week because we had a lot of things going on. And by we, I mean me. And it, like I said last week, it was the Dozen Trivia Tournament live in Boston. Shout out to Boston. Still number one in my heart, cities I hate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's my number one most hated city. I say that all the time. I said it before. People give me a lot of shit for it, but I have never had like a really good time in Boston. Once I went out in Boston for like my friend's 21st birthday and I just got blacked out. I guess that was fun. But every time I go there, I have a miserable time, including this time. And sorry to Boston continuously. You haven't won me over yet. I know that I feel like people need to try a little bit harder because it's just falling further and further down the list of places I ever want to be. This, of course, primarily has to do with the fact that we had a bunch of like incel freaks come to the trivia tournament to boo me off the stage. And the only good thing that came out of that were a bunch of really good pictures of me giving the middle finger to a crowd of people. I really like that picture. So yeah. I'm actually happy about that. Like I'm happy that led me to this photo, and that photo will definitely be on my grid on Instagram. So go ahead and check that out. And but that's pretty much it. No, I won't spoil it. Go watch it. Go watch the game. It actually was a fantastic game. It was probably our best game of trivia we ever played. Go ahead and watch it on the Barstool Sports YouTube page. And shout out to Jeff D. Love for putting on quite the production. Have either of you guys been to one of the?
We went to the New York one.
Yep.
Yeah. It's so fun.
It's crazy. The production. It's very cool.
It sounded like Boston was like 10 times more rowdy than
New
York.
It was. Yeah, it was out of control.
Yeah.
Like it was borderline out of control. Like I don't know. I don't know how. Like
Jeff
if a crowd was rowdier, like the police would come. Like it was not a civil place to be at all. Like I've never seen
people were like shouting answers and shit.
Oh yeah, everyone was shouting answers. Yeah. It was just it was tough to do. I don't know if if other live audiences acted like that, you like can't do trivia there. Like It just was it was kind of crazy. But you know, an excited crowd. We love an excited crowd. We love people coming out to support Barstool. Appreciate it, whatever. Also supporting Barstool, Cyber Monday this past week. I think if you, things might not still be 20% off, but I would go and check because people keep forgetting to turn that function off of the website. So you might as well go check it out. Try to buy something for yourself. Cyber Monday was a success. I got kicked in the body with a soccer ball by Dave Portnoy. That was, I've had like a big week.
It's been Kelly Keegs heavy.
It's been a big week. Yeah. It's been Kelly Keegs heavy lately. Not in a great way. Like I don't love it, but it's like we're chucking through. We're doing well. But yeah, how are you guys? How are your Thanksgivings? How was your times off? It's been a while, I guess. It feels like Thanksgiving was yesterday, but it was like a week ago now.
My Thanksgiving was lovely. I was with my family.
It looked lovely. I saw your pics. It looked relaxing.
Yeah, very relaxing.
Love it.
Just my brother wasn't there, so it was just me and my sister, and it was nice because like no significant others. My sister's boyfriend wasn't there, and my brother's girlfriend. Like it was just me and my family, so it was nice.
That's really sweet.
Yeah,
you always need that. You need something like that every once in a while.
Good times with my dogs.
Love it.
It was great. I did not want to come back to New York.
Love it. I feel that. Will you go back for Christmas?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm gonna go Christmas, the night of Christmas.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous. So close. What about you, Angel Cake?
It was same thing, but I was just in Ohio, not sunny Florida. Yeah, it was very chill, very nice. My parents have a lake house now.
Ooh, so that's so nice.
Yeah, so like they sold my childhood home, so now I feel like I'm just like
you're in a novel.
Constantly doing that with my
of course, Diane Keaton or what's her name? Yeah,
Diane Keaton.
No,
I'm Coastal Grandmother when I go
Coastal Grandmother. Yeah, is that Diane Keaton?
Yeah,
I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay,
and
Coastal Grandmother.
I go total Coastal Grandma. I isolate.
It.
I don't talk to anyone I went to high school with. It's beautiful, amazing.
I do
terrific.
the same thing. I don't talk to a soul. I talk to like my 2 or 3 really good high school friends, and that's it. Like
exactly. Same.
I hide. I'm like I put a disguise on if I have to go to town. You know?
And I just hang out with my dog and my mom, and and it's wonderful and magnificent. magnificent.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
How was yours?
It was amazing. I was like, what
Yeah.
did I do?
You
Oh,
just
I
drank
went to
wine.
Napa. Yeah. I was in Napa, and it was every bit as perfect as you would think it would be. It was so fun. I got to spend the time with my friends who I hadn't seen in a while, so I was so excited to do that. All of the vineyards and wineries we went to were so unbelievable. And not to like toot our own horn, but Thanksgiving Day, we all cooked the meal. It was maybe the best Thanksgiving meal I've ever had in my life. Like we really
You
and
also had
like
the
we were
best
pretty
Thanksgiving
Yeah, it was
we
really
were like
good.
high that day. Obviously we had like turkey, like weed gravy
I know,
and
I
like
saw that
stuff.
picture they
It was
posted.
amazing. It was amazing. Like just everything was so good, and we all had our own dish that we were in charge of. So we just had like a ton of food. I got to try like a bunch of different things that are not usually on our Thanksgiving table. Like I had like this sweet potato dish with the marshmallows on top. I'd
sweet
never had
potato
that
casserole.
before. Yeah, fuck, so good. I had some like potato casserole that was different than one we usually have. Like it was just like, it was fun, like doing something different and changing it up. And like I said last week, like sometimes you just need to change it up. Like
Yeah.
you're doing the same thing for a million years. Sometimes it kind of falls flat after a while, and it has nothing to do with family. It just has to do with like, I'm itching. I need to get out of my skin. I need to get out of the city, get out of this place. And
I
it
felt
was an
that.
excellent escape. And I'm happy that it happened.
Lovely.
And I don't know if I'm ever going to do a normal Thanksgiving again. That's just a
Yeah.
quick tease for if my mom is listening. Like, I'm sorry. Christmas will forever be yours, but Thanksgiving is no longer. So it was so
Thanksgiving
nice.
is kind of a silly holiday, anyways.
It is silly, and people are free. Like, we're still talking about Thanksgiving like it's not problematic. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to be that bitch who's like, it's problematic.
Yeah.
But now if it gets me out of like celebrating
sorry.
it, yeah, it's problematic. But you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Like, it's 3 days of like stress and just whatever crammed into one. Airline tickets are crazy, like whatever. Just save it for Christmas, you know, or you know, Hanukkah, whatever you do, whatever your
Right.
holiday is in December.
Yeah.
Everybody has a holiday in December, I think, right? Like,
yeah, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah.
yeah, like all over
Christmas.
the map. Everybody's
Yeah.
got something. So just wait for that. And spend Thanksgiving with your friends. That's the time to be. Let's rebrand Thanksgiving as a
As
time to be
Friendsgiving.
thankful for your friends. Yeah, Friendsgiving.
For real.
For real. Let's just do the full rebrand, because goddamn, did I have a good time. And it was lovely. And now I'm looking forward to going home for Christmas. I'm like, all right, I didn't get to go home, see my family for that. Now I can't wait for Christmas time. My mom's gonna have the house decorated. It's gonna be warm and cozy, lights everywhere. She goes buck wild with the trees. I can't wait. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that.
Yeah. It's
The
gonna
one-
be super fun.
The nice thing now is that like my Thanksgiving is no longer stressful, and you have the same thing too. I don't see my extended family anymore, so it's
We don't
just,
either. Yeah.
it's just my immediate family.
Yeah. It's
And
so
it's
nice.
like, okay, we don't have to get dressed up. We don't have to have dinner at 2 p.m. Like, we're hanging out. I played pickleball while the turkey was going. I was like, there is no stress involved in this.
It's so nice.
And it's so nice. And you're like, I don't have to talk to you about my job.
Yeah.
And, you know, whatever. It's like,
yeah, you guys already know what's up. Like, we text, whatever.
Right.
I do. We have like pajamas all day, champagne all day. Like,
Yep.
that's
I
just
like my
our.
extended family. My dad's side.
Well, that's nice. Yeah. We have my dad's side also.
Yeah.
I don't mind my dad's
mom's
side
is a
extended
pain in
family.
the fucking ass. But
Yeah,
my
same
dad's
with mine.
side is really, really fun. That's
Same
what
exact
I
with
get
mine.
sad about with Thanksgiving. I don't know if they even did Thanksgiving together this year.
Yeah.
Like, it goes like on and off.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see them for Christmas.
That'll be
Like,
really
my
nice.
grandma, my grandpa, they're so cute.
That's what I'm saying. My grandparents. Well, my grandparents are like my besties. Like, I
Yeah.
can't. I haven't
Yeah,
seen them
my
in a while.
poppy is like
I haven't-
literally my best friend.
Yeah, for real. Same with my nana. I haven't seen them in a while though, because my nana was having knee surgery back in August, and they fucked it up like 3 times. She had to go back. Did I tell you about this?
That
How
happened to my grandpa.
It was fucking nuts. Like, she went to go get a new knee. She already has one new knee. She's getting another new knee. She's like, she's mid-80s, so she's up there, you know, and she knows. But but she just like couldn't even walk, and they were like, you can either get a new knee or a wheelchair. And she was like, over my dead body, am I getting in a wheelchair? So I guess we're doing this knee. And so they got it the first time. It like wouldn't heal right, so they went back in. They had to clean it out again, and then it wouldn't heal right again. And then she had to go get a whole nother like replacement again. So I haven't even seen my nana in person since
Yeah.
I want
summer?
to say like Christmas last year.
Oh my God.
Because I didn't get to see her over the summer
Right.
because I had all the bullshit going on with the high noon
Barstool
happy
Pacifica.
hours, and then I had the whatever the hell, all those bachelorette parties. And so I'd
right.
planned to go see them in August when all that shit was done, and that was when she ended up going in for the surgery and just hasn't like gotten, like, she's finally now getting better. So I'm hoping that Christmas Eve goes okay, because we usually do Christmas Eve at their house. But what a fucking nightmare. Like, it's just been crazy.
Yeah.
She's
it's always
and
so
she's my
hard when
bestie.
you
I've
have
been
to,
worried
like, go
about
through
her.
surgery like that when you're old.
Yeah, it's awful. And she, she's so she hates feeling like she isn't useful. Like she can't like make her Christmas cookies. So she feels like that's like
so
even though we're like, we
sad.
can help you, she's like, no. And then she's like Facebook messaging me that she like is sad and depressed that she can't go shopping for my birthday. And like, she's just, whatever. And I'm just like feeling bad. And it's just, I don't know. I feel bad. I hope that everything kind of works out and starts getting on the up and up because, it's sad as fuck. It's crazy. Yeah. But apart from that, I think that just the holiday time, and I said this last week, that the holiday time is like a weird time for a lot of people. And I think that consolidating it all into one instead of having like several separate
Rip the Band-Aid off.
options for like things to go wrong, just do one big one, just one big whatever it is, and just like, we'll all be on our best behavior for this one time, and then whatever happens the rest of the year happens. And I think that I think we're trending in that direction.
Yeah.
Maybe Easter. People go crazy for Easter though, huh? I don't mind Easter. I like eggs and chocolate.
I do go. I still go home for Easter every year. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, that's like the one thing my mom's like, I still need you to come home for this every year.
What month is that in?
Like March and April.
Yeah, it's always different. I never. I got to break the habit of Easter pretty early because I went far away for school.
Yeah.
And it was like
I never went home for
it was
Easter.
like not a time. Like I went home, I think the first and second Easters. And then after that, I was like, I'm not going to drive 8 hours for Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And the flights were expensive. So I got out of it. And
My
now
parents would always
now
come
I'm out.
down for Easter. It was,
Oh,
that
that's
was
nice.
Now I'm thinking about it. My mom just might really like Easter, but
Yeah, she just Christ is risen. She feels
I
good about
guess,
it.
And I think she was just like, it's a like big holiday. And
Yeah.
so she would drive down to my school, which is like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's
And
long.
then drive back in a day. She's like,
Damn.
I want to be with you on Easter. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's nice.
Right. I went home last year for Easter. Yeah. I guess I go
Easter's
big for
just the
Easter.
time. You just
I
love
guess.
Easter. You are the Easter bunny.
Christ
Breaking
has
news.
risen. Thank
Breaking
God.
news. You're the Easter bunny.
Hallelujah.
The Easter bunny. I don't mind the Easter bunny. I hate people dressed up in Easter bunny costumes. It's terrifying. Scarier than any of the others.
Yeah, I can understand why children like scream and cry when they see them.
It's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Like it's always scary. Like the big eyes. Like from far away, it's like, oh, that's clearly a bunny. Up close, it's like, what is this
Oh my God.
monstrosity? Like this
who
is terrifying.
Is that in there?
It's like
Yeah.
Cousin Greg in Succession.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. puking up
through his eye
inside.
holes.
Yeah, through the eye holes. Yeah. Oh, I love that show. I can't wait for it to come back. I
I'm
love Nicholas
so
Braun. I keep
excited.
saying that always in hopes
He's
that like
so
one day he'll
cute.
find me. And he will.
Go to Ray's.
That's not, I've never been to Ray's solely because people make fun of the girls who like go to Ray's hoping to find Nicholas Braun. Because when it first opened, I was like, I must go. Like, I
Yes.
will see him. And then I heard that like every other bitch in the world does it. So now I kind of refuse to go on purpose. Like, I'm like, I can't.
You're too
I
cool.
can't be another girl that he picks up at Ray's. Like, that's
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I need to run into him on the
You're
street
above
or
that.
something. Yeah, I'm above that. I'm
I
better
saw
than
him
that.
at Washington
I'm
Square Park
wifey.
one time. He is the tallest person.
He's so tall.
I have ever
The-
looked
My friend
at.
The
saw him.
video of him with Dave is so funny
It's
when he
so
walks up and
funny.
he's so awkward. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm a big fan, and he's like, "Aren't you an actor?"
Yeah, aren't you? Cousin Greg?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
So
And it was like
funny.
Bon Jovi, right? Like, isn't
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like crazy, like so famous. My friend saw him like walking down the street the other day. They were filming, I guess, and was walking behind him and somebody else. And she recognized him from behind. She was like, took a picture of him.
He's too tall.
And was like, I think that's Nicholas Braun. And like, walked around and like was walking the same way for a little while and realized it was him, and then sent the photo of the back of him to our group and was like, who can guess who this is? I bet Kelly will get it. And I was like, oh, Nicholas Braun. I know that.
Yeah.
I know the back of that head anywhere. Forget it.
That's
So
hilarious.
yeah, shout out to him. I don't even know why that came up. Succession.
Easter Bunny.
Easter Bunny. Puke through the eye holes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Easter Bunny's terrifying, and I think that there are a lot of other people that are terrifying. I think we can get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because today we're talking about villains, specifically female villains. Was that a good transition
Yeah, that was really good.
Easter Bunny into female
Yeah,
villains?
yeah.
I felt good about it. So I thought about this topic because the other day I was perusing Netflix, which, oh my God, wait a minute. Before we even talk about the female villains, which we will, I need to talk about Wednesday.
Oh, Kelly, yes.
I haven't watched it yet. You guys go for it.
Oh,
Can't
Kelly, yes.
stop watching it.
I finished it in 2 days.
Yes, I finished it
Last
immediately,
night I finished it,
and
I
I
was,
just
like,
can't
so
stop watching
Or
it.
2 nights ago I finished it. I was like, fuck, I wish I didn't finish it so
No,
quick.
just restart it again. I'm telling you. Like, I'm
know.
watching it again. It's like I'm watching a whole nother show. Like, I'm picking up on she says the funniest things in like the
Yeah.
most monotone voice.
She's
Like,
so great.
it takes it takes every bone in my body not to put my hair in 2 fucking braids. Like every day. Like it is. I love her.
I love her.
Jenna Ortega fucking crushes.
She's
in
into it,
Wednesday.
girl.
Like she's yes, and she is so perfect in that role. And I love her. She's in You as well. She's like the
Yeah,
younger
she's the
sister.
younger
Because
sister.
I kept looking up. I was like, she's so familiar to me. Her name
Yeah.
is so familiar to me. Why? And I thought that she was in she's in other things.
Yeah.
But her most prominent, I think, is like she's like the younger sister in the last season of You, or
Yeah.
whatever.
She's
She's
in this
so
school
perfect.
shooting movie with
The Fallout.
Maddie. Yeah.
With Maddie Ziegler.
Maddie Ziegler.
Oh.
She's really good in
know
it.
if
I
I
didn't
saw
love the
that.
movie,
Oh,
but
it's-
she's really good in it.
It's yeah.
I
it's
don't
like they're
remember. Oh no, yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
And she has
Oh
like
my
a ton of
God.
survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then her and I think her and Maddie Ziegler
Like hook up or
spoiler,
something,
like,
right?
fall in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that movie. Okay, maybe that's what I know her from.
And
Yeah.
she's a Disney kid.
She's a Disney
Channel
kid for sure.
Yeah.
What was she in that movie? The Fall? Is she like have like a rich kid house with like parents, like absentee
Maddie
parents?
Ziegler is
That's
the rich
Maddie
kid,
Ziegler.
yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking of. Wow,
Yeah.
that's what I know
Yeah.
her from for sure.
Yeah. Wait, so
Okay.
do you like her with Xavier or Tyler?
Oh my God. Well, here's the problem. Like, I think that Tyler like gets her better, and I
Yeah.
think that Xavier is so cute and sweet and like
yeah.
wants to be romantic and like wants to like open her up, but he gets frustrated by it. I think Tyler just like kind of pushed his way in
Yeah.
and was like I when Tyler and I like again spoiler like not spoiler I won't spoil it. When Tyler takes her on a date at one point,
Yeah.
and he brings her into the crypt, and he's like, "Want to watch a scary movie?" and puts on Legally Blonde.
Yeah, that was funny.
The funniest. I like cracked the fuck up.
Yeah.
I was like, and then she sat there terrified. You could tell she like loved it and like thought like, "Oh my God, this is so." It was just so her and such like a smart thing to do. And I was like, Xavier could never. And then I don't know though that he painted that photo of her playing the violin or playing the cello, and it's like maybe he can.
I know.
There's just so many
I think
things.
that's why I like them together, because he's like dark and brooding,
Yes.
you know? So like
And he's
their
also an
vibes
outcast,
match
you know?
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally. But wow, what a fucking show. If
So
you haven't
good.
seen it yet, like you must watch it. I think it's like 10
And
episodes.
I love her friend, Enid.
Mhm.
I love
Enid's
her.
amazing.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
so cute.
I love them all. Catherine
love- I
Zeta-Jones
just-
as
yeah.
Morticia.
Oh, I know. I didn't
Unbelievable.
realize
She's
that
so
was her.
stunning.
Yeah,
Oh God,
yeah.
she's gorgeous. She never
Yeah.
ages a day.
Yeah.
I also want to know whatever the lens that they're using to shoot that with, and I want that lens for this show.
Right?
And I need
know.
it. Whatever Tim Burton has got going on
Oh,
with like,
yeah.
because it makes everyone's skin look like glass. Like he
Yeah.
makes everyone on the show look like his animated characters somehow. Like while they're still being real. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
if you notice it, like I noticed it with Catherine Zeta-Jones.
With Jenny Ortega's face.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega's. I would say Jenny Ortega.
I always
Who
say
is that?
Jenny
Because
too.
she's a person too, I think.
Yeah,
I
don't
thought so
know.
too, but
Well,
maybe
I'm
she
thinking
used to be
Kenny
Jenny.
Ortega.
Kenny
I'm thinking
Ortega.
Kenny Ortega too.
You're definitely thinking Kenny Ortega because as am I. As am I.
Yeah, I think so, because
Wow,
that's,
that's
what I
funny.
always think of too. But yeah, her face, like you can notice little freckles.
Yeah.
But her face is just perfect.
It's just porcelain.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
so perfect. It's so
Yeah.
great. And I noticed it mostly though with Catherine Zeta-Jones because she, in my head, I was like, this bitch is old. Like how does she look like this? Like
Yeah.
she doesn't age a day. But I mean, she does look amazing. She looks unbelievable in real
Yeah.
life. But I don't know if there's Vaseline on the lens or what's going
Yeah.
on. But it's like the most amazing.
Yeah.
And I want everything shot with that camera like
I
that.
know. I
So
need season 2. Because
gorgeous.
I
Me too.
Love it. I love it.
oh man, I cannot talk it up enough. So go ahead and watch it. We might have to do a whole episode breaking down like the entire series and like every
need to
like
watch, by the way.
feminist thing that she says. Like she's a
Yeah.
fucking icon. Like I'm obsessed with her. I love the show. So watch the show. I highly suggest it. Please watch it. That's a homework for the week. Like over the weekend, watch the fucking show.
Yeah.
But okay. You could technically call Wednesday a villain. Like she's a bad bitch.
She's like an anti-hero.
She's an anti-hero
Yeah.
for sure. And everybody loves an anti-hero.
That's
you know,
true.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
We at least one mention per podcast. Taylor Swift, anti-hero. I think that there are so many female villains that people love, like more female villains that people love than male villains. If
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like female villains kind of have like bad bitch undertones.
And like a relatability.
Yeah. Like you understand. You're like, oh, okay, I see where shit went wrong here. Like
female rage.
Yeah, like I understand like why you are the way you are, and I love it. I know that all of the like Disney villains, like Cruella, Ursula, Yzma, like Maleficent, all of those things, like like those villains. My brother, when we were growing up, was obsessed with the Disney villains, and it was the funniest thing in the world. Like he had these, you know how like McDonald's used to have in their Happy Meals, there was like a villains time when those like Disney villains like specials were coming out. There was like a Disney villains special, like a Halloween special. Yeah. And I think that same year they came out with these little stuffed, like Cruella, stuffed Ursula, like whatever. My brother collected them all and would just like bring them everywhere. And he'd bring them to the beach and like drown them in the ocean. And like, it was so fun and funny. And like, it cracked me up that he was on it. Like he always knew that like the villains were the people to love. And he showed me that they were the best parts of the shows. And, just the absurdity, the craziness, whatever. I love them so much. But I looked up because I was curious, like why was my brother obsessed with them? Why was I obsessed with them? And I looked up like, why are people attracted to villains? Like, why do people like them? Why are we interested in their stories? And this is what Google had to tell me. It says, some findings suggest that the reasoning behind our attraction is it allows us to explore our personality's darker side without betraying our moral beliefs and convictions. Interestingly, the study showed that we favor characters whose traits are similar to ours. So kind of like what we were saying, like you understand, you relate to the female rage. You understand like, okay, maybe she's taking it a little far, but I get that she's pissed. Like I would be too, and whatever. And so I think that that's so interesting. And I had Googled just female villains. Why are people interested in villains generally? And it says heroes are supposed to be warm and caring, but villains have a choice to choose what things they want to be warm and caring towards. In some cases, villains have more freedom because people don't have a lot of expectations from them. Another reason why people like villains is because they're realistic. And I like that too, because I've never been a hero person because I kind of roll my eyes at a hero. I'm like, oh, fucking, of course. Like, oh, you saved the world. Thanks. Like, we get it. And that to me, I've always thought like, is that weird? Like that I just have never, they're always kind of full of it, you know? And I feel like what a lot of the, like the Marvel movies do really well about that is that they're kind of like self-aware about the hero stuff. Like they'll be saving the world and like another one of the heroes will be like, oh really bitch, like, oh, cool Captain America, you saved the world. Like they kind of bust each other's balls about it, which I think makes those movies so good because they don't look cheesy. Like superheroes are cheesy, villains are cool. Like that's just a fact.
The Boys?
Of course, I'm obsessed with it. I
like
love
how
the
they
boys.
like make the superheroes into like the villains.
Yeah, it's amazing. Right, they are like the most realistic, superheroes of all time. They're just a PR machine basically for a larger villainous company, and it's so interesting to me how people react to the behaviors of others, and like I've worried before in liking villains, like. Is that fucked up? Like, is it fucked up by me to like enjoy a villain? Like, is it fucked up that I like to see the chaos? Like, I want to watch the world burn on these shows, but that's just makes it more interesting to me. Like, I like the chaos. I like the surprises. I like the unexpected reactions. Like, one thing happens and then a villain comes through and like blows up the whole world. Like, I asked a bunch of people. We'll go through a list of everybody's favorite villains, best and worst, and actual bad people. I have some bad people on here too that we hate. Like they're villains and we hate them. But so Cersei is like the perfect example. I fucking love Cersei from Game of Thrones. Obsessed with her. But she blew up her entire fucking city because she got embarrassed, Like she did something wrong. Revenge. She was punished strongly, too strong probably, and then blew up her entire city and everybody in it. And that to me is like incredible. Like no one saw that coming. Like everybody was like, oh, she's crazy. She's gonna do something nuts. Do we know that it would be at that level? No way. So I just love that like unexpected rage, and it's almost like I'm living vicariously through these people. Like if that happened to me, of course I want to blow up the town. Like that's not, of course. And she gets to do it because it's on a TV show or a movie, whatever. But the reason I started thinking about the female villain aspect of it is because on Netflix right now, and I haven't watched the whole thing, but on Netflix right now, there's that Ghislaine Maxwell like documentary about her. I was just
gonna say she is the ultimate.
She's the real life female villain that we fucking hate. Like what a motherfucking scumbag. And I have talked about her before. I don't even know when. Maybe I'm because we got high TBT, but I've had like a long thought about her, about how she, I think, is the worst woman in the world. Like there is no one worse than a woman who helps to manipulate and trick other women into servitude for a man. Young girls into servitude for a man in like a sexual way, in any way. But just the things that she did, the things that she said, like I don't, there is no excuse for it. Like, it's not like she wasn't like, you know, dick drunk by Jeffrey Epstein. Like, I don't understand how the fuck.
Her.
What's that?
He broke up with her.
That's what I'm
And then she
saying.
was
Like,
still
what a loser simp. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Like, just what a crazy fucking bitch. And
I don't know like, anything about her, to be honest.
oh
my
god,
God, it's
Gia,
nuts, dude.
you got to do a little bit of like when you
Watch the macrodosing episode on Jeffrey Epstein.
it's crazy. Like she like everything that Jeffrey Epstein was able to do was like handily assisted by Ghislaine Maxwell. She is
a total
nuts.
accomplice.
Right.
And like what a scumbag. But I need to go back and watch the rest of
Has
that
she
whole
been
documentary.
sentenced?
She's in jail. Yeah, she's in jail.
She's in jail for life.
Yeah, she's jail forever. Which I think that, you know, I don't know. Maybe she should accidentally die in jail as well. But also I wish that she maybe I want her to suffer for the rest of her life.
Yeah,
like
I wish you nothing but
keep her
suffering.
in a box forever with nothing. Like what a piece of shit. Speaking of pieces of shit with documentaries coming out here, Casey Anthony.
I was just gonna say that too.
It's a very, very a strong week for female villains, and Casey Anthony is just a grade A psychopath.
I saw a video of her on TikTok, and she was like at a concert, like dancing on stage.
Oh, she
in
lives
Florida.
her life. She lives her life. Florida.
Yeah.
She's like a I wouldn't say a celebrity, but because her case was
Infamous.
so, she's infamous.
Yeah.
And people are interested in people like that. People are like, wow, I can't believe this person's here. And it's rare that anybody is going to like harass her or say anything to her. And, you know, she just kind of goes through life living what she, you know, doing what she wants. She got away with murder. If you get away with murder,
baby.
if you get away with murder, like, what do you do for the rest of your life? You know what I mean? Like, you act like I got away with fucking murder. And that's how Casey Anthony acts. And the fact that she's coming out here with documentary, and again, I haven't seen the whole thing yet. Documentary, I saw people are saying like it could have been her dad framing her. No fucking chance. Like, there's just no way that she didn't kill her kid. Like, there's just no way.
Documentary is nuts. Like, I
need to watch that too.
It's one of those things where it's like, again, you killed your kid and you got away with it. Like, go be in
I say hide forever. Get out of society.
Don't come make a pretty penny.
No.
On a Hulu documentary.
It's disgusting.
10 years after the fact, 12 years after the fact, like,
it's disgusting.
Oh my
and
God.
Here's my question for like the Hulus of the world, are people who like, I am interested in this documentary. I want to see this. I am like wanting to
telling,
see
like her side, or is it like about her?
It's a little bit of both.
It's like, if I did it, like
it is. It's like O.J. Simpson's book.
Yeah,
if I did it,
right.
it would have been like this. Like, that's basically Casey
like,
Anthony.
This is why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
because
nuts.
I you know,
like
whatever.
it couldn't have been me, but it was.
She's my
it's
daughter. Well, yeah, you killed her.
It's like, bitch, you're crazy. Ow, ooh, I fell at some point over the weekend. I scraped my knee, and my tight stockings just got caught from it. You know, my fleece stockings.
I need those.
These are the best.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll send
can
you
you-
guys the link. These
are
are the
they-
best things in the world. They're fleece on the inside, and they have like fake. They look like fake sheer.
I would have
tights.
never known. If you
Yeah,
didn't
they're
say
the
anything.
best. And
Wait,
so
can
whenever
I-
I
Yeah,
pull
can
them
you
up,
send those to us?
Yeah.
of course. I love them. I wear them all the time. But no, she's a psychopath, and I think that I think what's interesting about her, or no, continuing my question just now, Hulu, like, I'm interested in seeing all this. I want to hear her point of view. I want to hear, just because I'm curious, not because I'm like I want her to like be famous, or I want whatever. Is that immoral though, that we're like paying this bitch, and
I know,
just
right?
because of
Yeah.
like that morbid curiosity that we all have? Like, where's the line there? Like, I can't decide if I feel bad about wanting to watch this and know this, and like I don't want to keep giving her more publicity. She's a child murderer, but it's
Yeah.
like, what do we do? You know?
I feel like
I
if it
don't
was like
know.
about like trying to unveil the truth,
Yeah.
instead of like her giving her side, like I just feel like she shouldn't really like
Yeah. But
You
even a
got away
hate
with
watch,
it.
like I would even still hate watch it. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
who
still watching it.
who up at Hulu has to make the decision? Like, morally, is this correct to
Right.
do? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know. I have no idea what the answer is. And I mean, she's out of control. I can't believe she's back out of the woodwork. I remember watching her trial. My very first internship, I was a junior in college. It was summer after junior year. I was working at a sports marketing company. Actually, isn't that so weird? Like,
Yeah.
it was my dad's like friend helped me like get an interview, and I got in. I just did like busy work for them mostly and helped out a little bit, but the Casey Anthony trial was going on, and we had the TVs up, and we just watched it the whole time, and it was unbelievable. So shout out to her as a villain, a real life villain.
Yeah,
but
literally.
let's get into some of everybody else's favorite villains, because there are a lot. hold on, I have to scroll through all of my reposts of me with my middle fingers in the air. Okay. A lot of people typing in Bellatrix Lestrange, obviously. Fucking duh. Again, it wouldn't be on the line
that I like.
I like her though.
Oh,
I think
really?
I hate her. I hated her so much in the books as a character. I hate her so fucking much. But then Helena Bonham Carter as her in the movies makes me like Bellatrix a lot. Like it makes me, I'm like, I love her as a character. I think she's amazing in the book. So I fucking hate her.
There was a period of time when like Draco TikTok was like a big thing, you know?
Course,
and there was this girl that would like, this sounds so weird, but there's this girl that would like cosplay.
No, I know exactly who you're talking about. With the Black family.
Yes.
And she would be like Narcissa and Bellatrix. Yes, I know.
Kelly.
I follow her on
Kelly.
I follow her on Instagram now. The blonde girl, she got her hair super short.
Yes.
And she all of her friends
I was
and
so obsessed.
it'd be like young Sirius and young Regulus. Like,
yes, Kelly. And
it was amazing.
I was like, they should make this into a series.
It was
or
so
like something.
good.
They're in the talks about like doing what they did to like the Star Wars universe to like the Harry Potter universe.
I saw that and I'm happy with that.
And I'm a fan of that. I think that there's so much that they can do with that, like with like Regulus and like all that stuff. And then, like, you know, there's just so many stories to be told for that. But
completely,
that's what made me like her. Is like I was like, oh, like she's so interesting to know about. But it's like when you watch like Harry Potter or read the books, you're just like,
of course, right? Like we know Bellatrix as like at her worst. Like we know her as a complete fucking monster post Azkaban. Like we never saw her villain origin story. I keep saying villain, like villain origin story. Her villain. It's her villain. We don't know it, but like it's kind of nuts. And I am interested in all aspects of everything. I'm interested in that aspect for everybody. Perfect example of that, Cruella de Vil.
Right.
Emma Stone's
I never watched
Cruella.
That movie.
Oh my fucking God, you got to see it. Oh, it's so good. If anything for the fashion, it's so good. Yeah. And it makes you like feel bad for Cruella. Like she is crazy, but like she came up, she was like orphan. She had a hard life. She's bouncing around trying to make way, whatever. And she gets like disrespected time and time again. And she has to like show them what the fuck is up. And and that's kind of how she starts off. And she was always interested in fashion and whatever. And then she ends up going crazy about the dogs. And that's later. But the Emma Stone Cruella movie is excellent.
I know. If you really think about it, like she's so fucked up. She wants to steal puppies.
I know,
and
it's crazy.
Them.
Right. It's because she's obsessed with the idea of a perfect fur coat. Like it's all about that. Like she just goes crazy eventually. And it's just nuts. But it's I love the prequel to a villain story. Like I love it's a fantastic idea and it's just a really interesting take, I think. Okay, but people are saying like Bellatrix is an icon. And I think that the reason we say that is only because of Helena Bonham Carter in the movie. For sure. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Any kind of Catwoman, like sexy female villain. Yes, I'm all in on.
Anne Hathaway as
she's
Catwoman.
Gorgeous.
Oh, have you seen Dark Knight Rises?
Yes, of course.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
She kind of give me that kind of vibe.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my
Love
God.
that.
Yeah.
Love that. It's the hair. I have Andy Sachs hair big time right now.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada.
She is just so.
I don't get how you don't like Anne Hathaway. I love her.
I've always no. In general,
I feel like the public was on like an anti-Anne
Hathaway.
No.
They were.
I
feel like
she's
the people
a New
were
Jersey legend.
They were. I know. That's what I'm saying. We love Anne Hathaway in our house. Like no matter what, we love her.
I
but
tweeted
you're right.
that once. I was like, I don't get the weird stigma around hating Anne Hathaway.
Me neither.
She slays.
I feel like it's like one of those Taylor Swift things where people were like, "Oh yeah, I hate her." Like
people are like, she's not genuine. Like she's so fake. How could she still be surprised that she's winning awards? It's like because she's humble. She's not going to come up and be like, thanks, here I am again. It's like she hasn't won that much to be like to be such a showboat or bitch.
Like the everywhere that it's like Taylor Swift is, where it's like I'm constantly seeing Anne Hathaway.
Exactly.
Anne Hathaway is just like a beautiful woman who like got to
minding her business
and got to become the Queen of Genovia and marry Chris
Exactly.
Pine. You're jealous.
Yeah, she like stole the fucking show in Les Mis.
Oh yeah, I know. She won an Oscar.
She won an Oscar
for literally
Shaved
10
her
minutes.
head for it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing was sadder than that scene.
My God.
Oh my God. She literally did win an Oscar for being on screen for 10 minutes. Like,
come at
night.
With their softest thunder. When that movie came out, you can ask my sister. I literally watched it 500 times.
No, I believe you. I believe
I
you.
was obsessed with it.
That was
so
like that was me
weirdly.
with Phantom of the Opera. I got
Yeah.
really weird about Phantom of the
I
Opera
got so weird
with
about Les
Emmy
Mis.
Rossum is in that movie. Shameless
Emmy
fans
Rossum's
out
so
there.
good. I love
and
Emmy
Gerard
Rossum.
Butler is the Phantom.
Yeah.
Love
Oh
Gerard
my
Butler.
God, that's another one too. Like homework for the weekend: Wednesday, the series, and Phantom of the Opera, the movie.
Yeah.
Like that's you must watch.
You must watch.
Dun 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 dun
Phantom of the
dun.
Opera.
Opera is
That
there.
always reminds me of.
inside
I saw it
your
on
mind.
Broadway, and the
Of course.
chandelier drops.
Yes,
and
it's
my grandma
amazing.
literally almost had a heart attack.
Gerard Butler in
bum, bum, bum,
Les Mis.
Oh yeah. Or
Yeah,
no,
but he-
Hugh-
no, that's
Hugh
not
Jackman.
Gerard
Hugh Jackman.
Butler.
No,
Gerard Butler's the bad guy.
he's the bad guy who kills himself.
Wait, no, it's not.
In Les
It's
Mis?
it's
What am I thinking?
Gerard Depardieu.
No, it's Gerard
I'm just thinking of
Butler.
No, it's
people.
not. It's the fat guy. He's like fat. But he's
Not Brendan
fat.
Fraser.
No, it's
No, we love Brendan Fraser. This is a pro Brendan Fraser. We
this is
love
so,
him.
Oh, I feel. I mean, that
Russell
No.
Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Sorry, that's on me.
Yes.
That's on me.
Russell
for
Crowe.
fucking
I did
He's
a
always
post-
like about to get canceled. Russell
Yeah,
Crowe.
He has also an awful singing voice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he's
I'm
not the best.
But him falling off that bridge when he kills himself, I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my God.
I
Like,
did
that
a
is, like-
project about Les Mis and how it differed. Like it was for like some like theater arts class,
Of
like
course.
a elective for credits, and like I did a whole paragraph about how they messed up because they casted Russell Crowe and he's so bad at singing.
People do hate him. They don't like him in that.
24601.
Oh my fucking God. I'm so glad you guys
Look
are
out,
like you guys do this
Javette.
show with me.
You know me. I am Javette. You have crushed Javette.
I'm literally watching Les Mis when I get home today. Like
My
I am
ex-
watching Les Mis. Like
My ex-boyfriend. We were long distance when I moved here.
yeah.
And he's what's such an odd dude now, but every time we'd come to visit, he'd make me watch Les Mis with him.
Oh my God, stop.
And he visited like 3 or
No,
4
that's
he likes
weird.
Yeah, because you knew him, and
Yeah.
like that's a weird thing for him. But he would be
That
like,
is
"Let's," and he would
weird.
have it. And I lived in a 300 square foot apartment with my roommate, and he would blast Les Mis in our living room, and my roommate would come out and be like, "Why are you guys watching Les Mis for like the third time this weekend? Like, go do something." And
Because it's the best.
and I'm like, he won't get up and leave. He just won't let me not watch Les Mis. And
damn,
now
that's so weird.
and now he fucked up my whole Netflix algorithm because now it's like,
No.
do you want to watch Les Mis again? I will never.
Yes, like, no,
watch Les
never
Mis
again. Like I hate the movie
Too
now.
bad because
It's-
I literally
It
love that
is
movie.
one of those things where
God.
it's like, fuck, he ruined Les Mis for me. And it's such a good movie. I saw it for the first time when I was like 13. I was like, this is so fucking weird. And then I watched it a couple years later. I was like, this is a masterpiece. Of a
No,
movie.
it's a masterpiece. Musicals in general are masterpieces, and
Yeah.
people need to have more respect for musicals.
I agree.
It
In
gives me
general.
goosebumps whenever I watch a good musical.
Same,
Oh, yeah,
same.
Greatest Showman.
Don't get me started. Don't
Yeah.
get me started. No, Phantom of the Opera, the movie is like all time
I need to
must watch,
rewatch
must
that. I
watch.
haven't
No, you
watched
have
it
to.
in
You have to.
forever.
Homework for everybody. Homework for everybody. Okay. A lot of people writing in, and this one I love. Rosamund Pike, Gone Girl.
Classic.
Amy.
She's a girl boss.
Amazing
the
Amy.
original-
She's a
No other way to put
motherfucking girl boss.
she's
Yeah.
the
And I
original
have said, I'm
girl
on
boss.
record many a time saying that I've watched this movie. I've read the book several times. I've watched the movie a bunch of times. And people are like, that's concerning. You know, at that point,
You're gonna become
you're
the Gone
taking
Girl.
notes. You're going to you're going to murder your husband. You're going to manipulate him, one day, whatever. I just love the thought that went into it. Like I can appreciate someone's dedication to getting their shit done. Like that to me is, I think Wednesday Addams said the same exact thing. She was like, I'm not like evil. I'm just determined, or I just get things done. Like
Yeah.
it was the summary of what she said. And driven. I'm just driven or
Yeah.
whatever. And that's how this bitch is. Like
she's so
she
smart.
saw a goal. Her husband's not paying attention to her. He's fucking cheating on her with M. Rada. This podcast is for Taylor Swift, Harry Potter, and Emily Ratajkowski. Like that's what this podcast is about. But like, imagine your husband is Ben Affleck. He's cheating on you with Emily Ratajkowski. What the fuck do you do?
dumbass
You
bastard.
fake you're a murder. You go kill your ex-boyfriend, and then you come back and trick your husband into thinking he got you pregnant and teach him a fucking lesson.
Yeah.
Scare him a little bit. Be like, hey, bitch, don't do that. Like
a little bit.
scare them. Like, I don't know. However
Yeah.
far you want to take that is up to you.
The cool
But
girl
scare 'em.
monologue is
The cool
The-
girl.
nothing
good.
is better than the
Yeah.
cool girl monologue, and I
Yeah.
wish that I had written it down to like redo it right
Yeah.
now.
Did you see? I don't
So
watch it,
good.
but White Lotus had a cool girl
Oh
monologue.
yes, and it was amazing.
And I saw it, like someone posted
to
the whole
watch
thing
that
on
show.
TikTok, and I was like,
It was great. It's
That made me-
Daphne
it,
says
like,
it right. The
the guy that was
not
in the
Aubrey
office.
Plaza.
No, yeah, it's Alexander Daddario.
Oh, sorry, you're talking about season one. Season one,
season
White
two.
Lotus. Season
maybe
two.
She's not in season
She's
2.
not in season 2 right
Okay,
now.
then
But
maybe it's
so
from
so
season
there is
one.
a girl.
Aubrey
Aubrey.
the guy from The Office that was in The Office.
Who is in the office? That's on.
He wasn't a main character. He came later in
Season
season
2.
Whatever. The cool girl monologue in White Lotus.
Okay, I'll have
He's
to
like,
go back
"Oh,
and look.
It's like, oh my bad. I thought you were a cool, chill girl, and I like something in me.
Oh no, that is season 1. That's
Okay.
season 1,
Okay, then
and
I just saw it on
that
TikTok.
guy. Yeah, he is married to Alexander Daddario.
Yes,
Yes,
yep,
you're
okay.
correct. You're correct.
And
I forgot.
like,
There was
I s-
another like kind of like cool girl monologue. Not exactly cool girl, but in the new season of White Lotus, which again, catch up, so good, like unbelievable. It's really heating up, like it's so good. But Aubrey Plaza and the other girl they're on vacation with, her name is Daphne in the show. I forget her name in real life. She looks exactly like Contact
Kim,
Kim.
yeah.
Like just exactly. I've never seen someone
crazy.
look more like him. And she whatchamacallit, kind of goes off, and her husband's a scumbag, and she goes off on these things being like, yeah, you just do whatever it is you need to do to make you happy and to make yourself feel better about what they're doing. Like don't like it'll like basically punish them by doing what you want to do for yourself and like let that satisfy you instead of like calling them out and yelling at them or whatever. Like just, cheat on your husband and get pregnant with someone else. Like shit like that. Like
'Cause
it's
you want to.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That-
but it's really good. It's
that
really
cool
good.
girl monologue that I saw on TikTok though, it was like one of those things where it's like that's been said to me before.
Totally.
And it like makes your heart just
Yes.
like burn. It's
Completely.
so mean.
It's
like,
so mean.
like it's just something mean to say. And like the cool girl trope. Oh,
It's the worst. It's the worst. It's it's just another thing that like Rosamund Pike says it best in her monologue in Gone Girl. It's such an expectation. It's such a thing that feels like it has to be upheld, and it's like we're fucking sick of it. You
Yeah.
know,
I am
We're gonna
not
come out
cool.
here and we're gonna scare our husbands into getting over it. You know what I mean? So that's what's gonna happen there. Regina George, of course, a classic.
Slay.
We love her. People hating, actual hate. Dolores Umbridge, obviously.
Yes.
Hater. Hate. However, I have come all the way around and I'm liking her as the queen. Like we said, we talked about this a couple of
Right,
weeks
we
ago on a
talked
couple
to-
episodes. I'm now further in the season and I like her as the queen. She's crushing it. Someone says, Nurse Ratched. I assume they mean the Sarah Paulson version. Did you guys watch that? Ratched?
I didn't, but I've seen.
It was
stuff
really
from it.
good. It was really good. She
I
was
didn't realize
great.
there was different versions of it.
Yeah, she was fantastic. Let's see. Someone says Sue Ellen from Dallas sitcom. What is that? Isn't Sue Ellen the name of the woman from Glee?
No, that's just Sue Sylvester.
Sue Sylvester.
Another female.
Someone else said.
like
Someone else said
she's
Sue
actually
Sylvester.
An amazing.
Yeah.
female
Yeah.
villain.
Yeah,
Someone
she's
said
the
her.
best.
There's only one person
Love
in this
it.
world who can tell you what you are. Me? No, me. Sue Sylvester. I love her.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
she has some very
She's so
hilarious
good.
quotes.
She's so good. Someone says She Go.
Oh yeah.
Love that. Kristen from Laguna Beach season 1. Love it. Kristen Cavallari. Definitely for sure.
Kind of.
So many Umbridges. Like a lot of people Umbridge. A lot of Cerseys. Love it. Someone says Janice is the real villain in Mean Girls and I will die on this hill. That got me thinking. I don't disagree. Like obviously Regina is the villain,
Janice
but
is a
Regina
hater.
Janice is a hater.
Yeah.
And
Big
I like
hater.
Janice, to be clear. I like Janice. I think she's
Yeah,
hilarious. She's the best. Like she's the best character for sure. Like she's so funny and it's like I understand her rage and whatever, but that's exactly what it is, rage. And she's like and jealousy and getting back at Regina George. Whereas Regina, yes, she's a mean girl, she's a bitch, but she is who she is. You know what I mean? Like she just
like
walked
not
around.
understanding of Katie at all. Katie. Is it
Right, Katie. Katie,
Yeah.
but they call her Katie, you know.
Right.
But yeah, that's like they don't. She Janice Ian is manipulative, and she was doing the same thing. She's just like
Yeah.
the dark version of.
Have you ever seen that Sharpay isn't the villain? Like Gabriella.
Yes, like Gabriella is,
Yes.
which I fully agree with.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Gabriella is the fucking villain.
Like,
Sharpay worked her dick off, and she deserved everything.
Yeah.
And Gabriella
And then
waltzed
she gets
in,
all of her friends,
gets
like,
all the
jobs
friends,
at
all the
the
boyfriends.
at the club.
Right.
And then they all are just mean to her. Yeah.
Everyone's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. Speaking of Anne Hathaway, I meant to say it before. Meryl Streep in Devil Wears Prada.
Iconic.
Anna Wintour, obviously.
That's a good one.
Iconic.
Anna Wintour,
iconic.
real life villain who we love.
Cerulean.
What an icon.
Cerulean gowns.
Yeah, it's actually cerulean.
I think that's funny because that's what Will
That
Compton
lumpy
one-
sweater you no doubt fished out of some bargain bin.
I find that funny. Will Compton, who's one of our coworkers, has a beautiful, beautiful girl named Cerulean.
The baby's name is Cerulean?
Yeah,
That's a great name,
and they call
actually.
her Rue, which is the
Oh, that's
coolest
cute.
thing in the
I
world.
love that.
And I met this baby, and I don't like kids. That's a cute baby.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
it's so cute though. Like whenever he'll I follow him on Instagram, it'll be like Cerulean, and I'm like, oh my god, I think of the Devil Wears Prada every
What a
time.
sweet
Because they call him,
name.
how cute is that?
Wow,
And,
I
very
love
different and
that. So
cool.
different, so cool.
Yeah.
Wow, love
Yeah, I
that.
love that too, actually.
Wow.
But
Well, I
yeah.
hope that she gets the she learns
gets
the speech.
Cerulean blue.
Yeah, she
And
learns the
Meryl
speech
Streep's
quick.
also kind of the villain in Little Women.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, the
totally.
aunt.
The
Yeah.
aunt,
She's
what's
not
her
a
face?
villain, but she's
a
kinda
bitch.
Like
But
Yeah.
then she leaves.
Crappy old
she leaves
bitch.
the house to Joe.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
That's
they
so
open the
true.
school.
Yeah,
It's
they're
so
like,
true.
How do
Take
we
Joe to
How
Europe.
do we piss her off the most? It's
Yeah.
like open a school like
Right.
that women can go to. with
Exactly.
But then she takes Joe to Europe or she takes
takes
Amy to
Amy to
not
Europe.
Joe.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
look where
but
we fucking
I think
end up.
I think Amy, like Joe, would have hated being in Europe with Aunt what's her face. Like
Yeah.
Amy loved that. You know what I mean?
Joe doesn't have the put togetherness and
Yeah.
the high
Joe is
society
a Joe is
of it
a
all.
freewheeling like
Yeah.
independent woman. Like she doesn't want to be tied down by anything. Amy had to like chill with her aunt and like get dressed up all the time and act like a proper lady.
Yeah.
Like Joe
She
is
likes
not a
that.
proper lady, right? And
I always
Amy
knew I
likes
would
that.
marry rich.
Joe is not a proper lady. I think that every path that they all took was exactly the path they needed to get.
Yeah.
That is such a fucking
Even
good
Beth.
movie. Even Beth. May she rest in eternal
May she rest in
peace.
Yes.
peace. May she
Right.
rest in eternal
Me and
peace.
Gia watched that together recently
Yes.
as like therapy.
What a great movie.
Ugh,
I love it.
it
I saw it in
always
theaters
makes me
twice.
feel
it's
so
the
good.
best movie
I used to
ever.
read those books like a crazy bitch. Like, did you ever read the
I
books?
never read the book.
Oh my god, they were popular. Like I'm sure they came out way before
I mean, they came out
I read them.
forever ago.
Right, like in the 50s or something,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Or
Yeah.
I think they came out in like the 1800s.
1800s.
okay, then that makes
Like when
sense.
when
Like
this is all going down.
that is crazy. Really? Maybe.
Yeah.
Look it up. Look it up in the meantime.
'Cause it's like
there were
about
4
her life.
books. Yeah, it's about that time. But there were 4 books. Each book was a different sister. So it's like it started. It was like Josephine, Margaret, Amy, and Beth, and each one was like a different perspective from their different stories, telling kind of the same story. And it was so good. And I was obsessed with the books. And you like had to read all 4 to like know the whole story. And one time I was reading my Joe book in the car on the way to my grandparents' house, and I had eaten a chocolate donut, and I get car sick when I read in the car, and I puked all over the floor. So, and my book.
It was published in 1868.
Holy shit! So it really was. So it really is like old as fuck.
Yeah. And
Wow.
it still holds up the best.
It is so good.
So
Wow,
good.
fantastic,
So good.
fantastic. Well, yes. So the aunt is a little bit of a villain there. Let's see. Someone here says Cleopatra as a villain that we could like. That's interesting.
I don't know. I don't know enough.
I don't
about
know
her.
shit
She
about her.
married her brother, so it's a little weird.
Right.
Someone says Kim Kardashian. Yeah, you could say she's a villain. She has villainous tendencies, that's for sure.
Yeah, totally.
We hated her for a minute when she was shitting all over Taylor Swift, but I think
Right.
we're back
Now
on
I
her
feel
now.
bad for her after she got like almost kidnapped.
I feel bad about a lot of
I-
things.
No, almost.
or like,
no, yeah,
like
Assault-
she got
you know.
robbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say I've done a kind of switch on her since that.
Yeah.
Because I do feel bad.
It was so crazy. It was so crazy. Those are all the highlights, pretty much, of all the good female
A
villains
lot of
that
good ones that were like, yeah, good for them.
No, I know. And that's why I was said, like, I was reading all these responses, and that's why I was looking up the stuff being like, why are we so interested in this? And like, is it a problem? And it's not. It's just that it's the unpredictability, it's interesting. We are interested and we understand where they're coming from. And it's not that we like want to be evil, but watching people do evil things makes you kind of feel better about yourself. Like, oh, well, at least I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, yes, I'm crazy, and sure, I'm stalking your Spotify activity and maybe showing up at your house in the middle of the night, but I'm certainly not, blowing up your apartment. Like, that's different.
I feel like also in media, women are always supposed to be portrayed as like this perfect entity. And then when they're allowed to be bad, it like it almost like peels the curtain back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I've felt bad before.
It feels good to see other women be unhinged as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Gives me ideas.
Real villains as well. Just a quick note. I don't know if you guys ever watched the ID channel, my mom's favorite channel. It's
I know what it is.
about, it's just
Investigation
basically, it's
Discovery.
like, investigations and forensic files and whatever. And it's just always women killing their husbands.
Love.
And yeah, it's like, we get it. And I think that those women are certainly all villains. They're certainly all crazy. They need help, like whatever. But it is so much more interesting, in my opinion, to learn about female like murderers killing their husbands than it is to hear about male serial killers. Like, I like the serial killer stuff. Like, I loved the, like, you know, the Dahmer documentary, the Ted Bundy stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, oh, a male serial killer? How original. Like,
Right,
whatever.
right.
But now it's like, I'd rather listen about how this woman killed her husband in a really creative way.
No,
It's
I
just
totally
better.
agree. Yeah.
It's just better. Lifetime, the network made an entire
Usually,
life
like,
out
there's
of
more of a
it.
reason behind it, you know.
Totally,
Like,
yeah.
And serial killers.
You don't
like,
wake
they
up one
just-
day and decide I'm going to kill my husband. Like, you get
Yeah.
to a point where he's
Yeah.
driven you there. That's
Yeah.
just a fact.
But husbands, I feel like wake up one day and they're like, I'm gonna kill my wife today.
100%. They literally wake up and they're like, today's the day, and
Yeah.
they do it. And that's just how. And then they
Yep.
sloppily dispose of the body, and then they get caught.
That's
Every
how I
time.
feel about that.
Idiots.
The Brian Watts, or is that his name? The guy who killed his wife and 2 kids.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh,
Brian
recent.
Something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait,
Something
I think you're
Watts.
thinking
Chris
Bri-
Watts. Chris Watts.
I don't know this.
And then I'm thinking Brian
Laundry.
Brian Laundry.
oh
which-
my God,
Villain.
Gabby
Petito.
Petito.
Yeah.
Oh, never forget Gabby Petito.
But the guy who he killed his wife Shanann, and then it was
Oh,
him
yeah.
and his 2 daughters. And
Terrible.
then he put them in the water tank or something crazy like
Fucked
that.
up.
Or the
So
oil
fucked
tank.
up. These people are
Is that,
crazy,
like,
man.
Perfect American Family
Yep.
or something.
Yeah,
In
yeah, yeah.
Colorado. And
People
he
are
was
so
like,
nuts.
He was like that that meme from that fucking show what's the sketch show? We're all trying to figure out what happened here.
Oh, I think
Oh,
we should
Tim.
leave.
I think you should leave.
Yeah,
Tim
you
Tim
should leave.
Richardson or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
we're all
shows.
trying to find out
Yeah,
what
we're all
happened.
trying to figure out what happened here. And
It's like, babe.
God, that show's so funny. But yeah, I think that wraps it up for female villains. I had one more piece of 2 more pieces of gossip. One is a little bit of gossip. I just want to quickly address the Kim Kardashian Balenciaga drama happening right now. Just a quick little, that's fucking crazy. You know, that's all I really want to say about it is that's fucking crazy.
I can't really
Everything
wrap
about
my
it is
head
nuts.
around all it. I know it's bad. I still can't,
Balenciaga, I don't know
fully
how
wrap
you
my
how
head
you
around it.
your marketing department fucks up so bad. Like, I don't think any of that
Clearly, they just were not paying
just
attention
not
at
paying
all.
attention.
Yeah,
And
they
I
were
don't
just
I
like,
don't
whatever.
think that it was like malicious. I just think that there are so many brain dead people working on that project that
has
it's
to
like,
be.
how the fuck does this happen? And so now it's become this huge conversation and this big thing, and everybody's got to talk about it and speak about it and whatever. And
Yeah.
of course, because these people made such colossal fucking mistakes and made implications that are so horrid that
Yeah.
you can't ignore it. You know what I
saw
mean? Like, it's
this
crazy.
interesting TikTok about it that was like, you know, is Balenciaga like gonna get canceled? Where do they go from here? And basically, they were just saying it's definitely gonna hurt them. You know, it's Christmas time coming up. Whatever.
For
They're gonna have
sure,
really
because
bad
they were
sales.
on the up with Kim
Yeah.
and everything. Like,
Yeah, but you know, there's so many designer brands. Dolce and Gabbana, they were like so like fat phobic.
I was gonna
and
say, Dolce & Gabbana is
homophobic
the
and
worst, for
awful,
sure.
And then they had a rebrand, and they came back, and Coco Chanel worked with
Chanel.
Nazis, and they're fine. It's like
Abercrombie.
so many different designer brands have
Yeah.
had like really bad implications.
Yeah.
And you know, people just forget.
And they turn it around and people
Yeah.
forget. Yeah. I definitely don't think that I think that they're too big of a fashion house to be canceled. I do think they are getting the worst publicity of all. Like, I think
Yeah.
that they're starting to turn into like the example that
I think
needed
it'll
to be
be a
set.
really bad look for Kim if she keeps working with them.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think it's going to be really tough
Yeah.
for her to keep doing that. But you
And
know,
but
we
they're not
shall
even that
see.
Good. I hate.
I
their
know.
stuff.
I'm like, what the
Their stuff
hell?
is so ugly
It's so
and
basic.
weird.
Yeah, it's basic and weird and overpriced.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll keep tabs on that.
that's
We'll
crazy.
update. That's fucking crazy. That's just
Yeah.
number one. That's fucking crazy. And the second piece of gossip is, did you guys see the Good Morning America news anchors
yeah.
having an
Because I
affair?
literally during this show, I saw Fran's tweet about it.
Yeah.
What is happening?
So scandalous. So the 2 like anchors on Good Morning America, Amy Roback and like what's his name?
TJ
Holmes or something.
Holmes or whatever. They have been having an affair, and they were spotted on a secret getaway vacation.
Yeah.
And
TJ Holmes.
Holmes, yeah. And so that's how we
That's
know.
her
That's her
husband,
ex-husband, or-
and that's the new guy.
Okay,
He's
I know
really handsome.
Yeah.
So handsome.
know
I mean,
her,
they're all
so, like,
handsome.
yeah,
It's
I know
just,
her.
It's crazy.
He looks less familiar to me, but he is handsome.
He's handsome,
Fine looking
and
man.
it's
And they're,
like
like,
if
hosting
you're
Good Morning America
you're
as
hosting
we
it.
speak.
It could not be like you. Have you guys seen the morning show?
Yes.
Of course, it's the morning show in real life. Like I
Yes.
can't
I haven't seen
believe
Morning Show.
Oh,
that
it
this
is.
is
You would
happening.
like
I
it, it's so
can't believe
good.
that they were seen on vacation together. I guess they're splitting from their spouses,
Yep.
both of them,
Yeah.
amidst this affair. And this is another thing I'm going to be keeping tabs on because how interesting.
I'm gonna go get into. I'm a Today Show
Scandal.
girl till I die.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But I love a scandal in
What?
the morning news world.
No, me too. Me
it's
too.
so wholesome, and then this shit happens, and you're like,
No, right.
"Ooh."
It just goes to show you that there's a seedy underbelly to everything. Like
Yeah.
if you think for 1 second that there is
Something's
anything wholesome in the world, like,
Matt
pop, burst
Lauer
that
shit.
bubble. Right.
Which
like,
is how.
which is
Morning
exactly,
Show
which
got-
is morning show.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. If you think for 1 second that anything you see on TV, media, whatever, isn't like, doesn't have a layer of filth below it somewhere, you're out of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just how the world works. Every industry everywhere has layers of filth. And I kind of love when it comes to light when it's something media related because it's just so much juicier, you know?
So juicy.
It's so
And, like, these
juicy.
people are like kind of like innocent, like
Yeah,
Totally.
famous morning hosts.
They're
Yeah.
who you wake up with
Yeah.
every morning.
People have affairs every day, but these people are famous, so
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
talking about it.
Oh,
And
it's
it's
so
interesting.
juicy.
But
I'm
I will
gonna
be
have to go
keeping
get
tabs
into
on
that.
that as
I don't blame her.
well.
That guy's hot as fuck.
Yeah,
I
he's
would do the
hot.
same
He's
thing. Oh my
hot.
God,
It
he's
sucks.
so
It
hot.
sucks. People, just get divorced. Just get
Just
divorced.
get divorced. Especially when you're in that situation.
Yeah.
I would be so.
If you think you're gonna
nervous
have an
about
affair,
that.
like just
get
it's
divorced.
fine. You can rebound fast. People rebound the next day all the time. Like yes, it's a shitty thing, but at least you
At
had
least
the
you didn't cheat.
conversation and you broke up. Just
Traitor
break
by
up.
Olivia Rodrigo. You didn't cheat, but you're still traitor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you betrayed
Oh,
me. I
no,
know
I'm
that
re-
you're never feeling sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
But
get
then
really into that GMA
you
thing.
talked to
That's gonna be on
her.
my TikTok
We
algorithm
were
in approximately 3
together.
minutes.
That's what your worst. I fucking love that song.
I love
Traitors.
her.
Traitor might be one of my like.
Betrayed me.
I know that you'll never feel sorry for the way I heard. Yeah, you talked to her when we were together. Loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor.
Wow, guys.
Wow.
great.
What a way to end. That has to be the ending. Thank you guys for listening. Go ahead, have good days. Look up your villains. Watch Wednesday.
Yes, watch
What was the other
Wednesday.
thing I said? What was the other? Phantom of the Opera. Throw Les Mis in there while you're at it, just for all of us. And we will see you guys next week.